Can Evans do it as he takes the checkered flag? He can, but only fourth fastest. He's right on the bubble, and there's a lot of personal best sector times coming in further behind as well. Cassidy stays second quickest, Frights fastest, and Verne goes into second. Evans is out of qualifying in the group stages. So, what a difference a day makes for Mitch Evans 24 hours after he took pole position, and he doesn't make it through. So Robin Frights, Jean-Eric Verne, Nick Cassidy and Jake Hughes are the four drivers that go forwards from Group A. Oh, off has gone Dennis. That's the yellow flag we were talking about. That's going to compromise everybody else behind them as well. Jake Dennis has thrown it away. He's currently through, but not for long, because Fenestraz has gone up into fourth quickest. Bird goes second fastest as well. Sete Camera improves. What about Pascal Wehrlein, though? The championship challenger. As we look at Dennis making his way back into the pit lane. The rest of the drivers coming to the timing line. Da Costa not going to improve. Wehrlein, 10th quickest at the moment. As he comes to the timing line, does he improve and get into the duels? He does! Up into fourth place, knocks out Stoffel Van Dorn right in the dying stages of the session. So, quarterfinals coming up first of all. Nick Cassidy versus Jean-Eric Verne.
A 1:09.0 for Nick Cassidy. It's not that good of a lap. This is an opportunity for Jean-Eric Verne. A big slide, though.
Yeah, big slide on the rear going through into turn 11 there for Jev as he comes out of the final corner. Is he going to knock out the championship leader as we come at 2 of the timing line here in Portland? Verne has got the advantage, and he's got a place in the semi-final. Quarterfinal 2 then, Jake Hughes versus Robin Frights. This is going to be really close. Snap of oversteer through turn 11, though, for Robin Frights. Might have cost him half a tenth of a second or so. Needs a strong exit out of this, and he's fighting the car all the way as he gets it right up to the wall. To the timing line we go. Jake Hughes versus Robin Frights, and Frights has done it by 14 thousandths of a second. Nick de Vries versus Sam Bird. Cars both looking fairly stable on the rear. It's going to be a run to the line here between these two drivers, very close to call. Bird pulling it out of the bag in that final sector. Can de Vries do anything to upset the apple cart, though, and get that Mahindra through into the semi-finals? No, he can't. Bird goes through. The two Tag Heuer Porsches. Pascal Wehrlein versus Antonio Felix da Costa. Antonio Felix da Costa, 3.5 tenths up in that second sector. Is he going to, though, allow his teammate to go through, or is he just going to drive for the line and drive for himself? He's coming out of the final corner. It's looking pretty good here for Antonio Felix da Costa, and he's going to go through into the semi-finals by over 3.5 tenths of a second. So the semi-finals looks like this. You've got DS Penske's Jean-Eric Verne versus Envision's Robin Frights. Then you've got Sam Bird in the McLaren and Antonio Felix da Costa in the Tag Heuer Porsche. Jean-Eric Verne, the Frenchman, versus Robin Frights, the Dutchman. Through the final series of corners we go. Nice and tidy there for Jean-Eric Verne. All he needs to do is drive the same lap as he's been doing, and he will be on for that spot into the finals then. Really close to the wall between the two drivers. They come to break the beam, and Jean-Eric Verne for DS Penske has done the business. Second of the semi-finals then, Sam Bird versus Antonio Felix da Costa. Da Costa building up a bit of an advantage then as they come to the checkered flag. So Sam Bird's going to come through. It's a 1:08.990 for him. Da Costa, 10.5 is the advantage that he's built over Sam Bird in this second sector. We come through the third and final sector then for Da Costa, and is he going to be in the fight for pole position alongside Jean-Eric Verne? We come to the checkered flag here, and Da Costa does it then. And then into the finals, we will have Jean-Eric Verne versus Antonio Felix da Costa.
We've brought Jean-Eric Verne back in line with Antonio Felix da Costa. So let's see what they look like side by side. Da Costa having a snap of oversteer there as they came out of that first chicane. Then we go into these long apex corners down at turn 3 and 4, as Alan was mentioning, that rear tyre, rear left, really suffering through this part of the lap. And then into turn 6, this sets up where the attack zone corner is. Turn 7, super wide, cambered as well, Alan. I remember you talking a little bit about that yesterday's race show, which was fascinating to watch. Da Costa, again, looks like he uses that camber effect. He goes in early and takes the use of that banking. The margins, though, look tight at the minute, just 100th of a second separating them.
Certainly are. Down the back straight we go, in towards turns 10 and 11. A handful of corners now remaining. It's swung back in the favour of Antonio Felix da Costa in this second sector. Wide there for Jean-Eric Verne through turns 10 and 11. It's going to be mightily close between these two drivers as they come to the checkered flag between Da Costa and between Jean-Eric Vergne as they come to take the checkered flag. Is it Vergne versus Da Costa? It's Jean-Eric Vergne who takes it by 25 thousandths of a second. It's pole position for Vergne and DS Penske on home soil here in Portland. What a performance. Pole number 3 of 2024 for the Frenchman.